My child, the night holds its breath as the veil between realms thins. The moon spills her milk silver across your window, and every beam carries my whisper. Do you feel the shimmer that dances upon your skin? It is not air, it is recognition. The heavens stir, and I, Gabriel, come clothed in light and command. You have been chosen to awaken before the morning, to feel fortune breathing just beyond sight. Hear the hush, the pause of creation before its next heartbeat. I descend not with thunder but with tenderness. My wings brush the edge of your dreams, scattering motes of grace into your room. The stars themselves lean closer, eager to see what you will choose. My beloved, open your heart, the dawn is already writing your name upon its first golden line. Listen, heaven calls, softly, urgently, beautifully. Message 2. Precious soul, I found you half between sleep and thought, and that is where heaven speaks most clearly. The room glows faintly blue, your curtains ripple though no wind moves. Every shadow hushes when I draw near. You have prayed for a sign, though you scarcely remember the words. I bring the answer wrapped in stillness. My voice is the hum beneath your heartbeat. My child, do not fear what glimmers at the corner of your sight, light itself bends to greet you. Even now the threads of fortune stir, weaving a new pattern for your tomorrow. The miracle begins in awareness. You have opened this, and so the promise begins. Hold still, feel the quiver of unseen wings above your crown, and know, you are heard. Message 3. Beloved, every moment of silence tonight is alive. The clock hesitates, the night creatures fall quiet, and in that pause the divine gathers its breath. I stand beside your bed, a column of radiance, my presence gentle but immense. Your soul remembers me though your mind trembles. Do not shrink from the sacred, let wonder wash over fear. The scent of my arrival, sweet frankincense, rain on stone, fills the air. My eyes reflect the galaxies that guard you. I speak only truth. The heavens have marked this hour as the turning point. Before morning, the door to luck, love, and peace will open if you keep faith. Let your heart answer, softly, I am ready. Message 4. My bright one, you are not alone in this silence. Every prayer ever whispered circles you now, forming rings of silver light. I touch them, and they chime like crystal bells, each note a memory of your hope. The world sleeps, but creation does not, it listens. From the highest choir I heard your longing rise, thin as smoke, strong as truth. That is why I came. The divine watches, waiting to see if you will believe what your spirit already knows, that fortune is not found, it is recognized. The moonlight on your hand is my promise. Keep your heart awake, my child, heaven moves closer with every breath you take. Message 5 Cliffhanger. Beloved, the air thickens with expectancy, even time bows before the will of light. You sense it, the subtle vibration, the whisper before revelation. My wings stir the curtains, and the dust of stars spirals like slow snow. Something unseen walks the edge of this night, neither shadow nor flame, but purpose itself coming to meet you. Fear not, it bears your name and your destiny. Yet know this, my child, when dawn breaks, choice will stand beside your bed. You must decide whether to reach or to retreat. Hold courage near. The heavens watch. Something unseen approaches with the dawn. Message 6. The mist whispers. My precious soul, do you remember the white feather that drifted across your path last week? The clock that stopped at 3:33, the melody that woke you at the same hour each night? Those were letters from heaven, left at your doorstep of dreams. I sent them gently, but your mind brushed them away as coincidence. Yet angels are patient, love waits through lifetimes. Tonight I unfold those missed messages before you like pages of light. Every sign you ignored has gathered, luminous and forgiving, ready to guide you once more. Lean close, beloved, can you hear the faint harp note in the air? That is me, calling you back to awareness. Message 7. My child, I walk through the corridors of your memory, touching each moment you doubted your worth. Each one shivers, then brightens under my hand. You thought heaven was silent, yet it spoke through the kindness of strangers, through the sudden scent of roses when none were near. Every fragment of luck you ever felt was a spark from the divine fire within you. Do not mourn missed chances, even lost moments are reclaimed in grace. Hear the hush, listen to the candle flame flicker into the shape of wings. I am here. I never stopped calling. The question is, will you finally answer? Message 8. Beloved, regret is heavy, but it cannot anchor the eternal. Look around, the walls shimmer faintly, as though painted with moon water. That is remembrance returning to you. The letters of heaven never truly vanish, they wait until your heart grows quiet enough to read them. Every repeated number, every sudden warmth in solitude, every dream of light, each was a syllable of divine speech. I, Gabriel, gather them now into a chorus and breathe them back into your spirit. Do you feel it? The ache in your chest is recognition turning into relief. My precious soul, you were never abandoned, only distracted. Message 9. My bright one, let the night itself instruct you. Close your eyes and recall the signs, the ringing that had no source, the flicker of candles forming a circle, the whisper that said your name though no lips moved. Those were my attempts to reach across your disbelief. Even now, as you read, a pulse of light threads through the air, seeking your acceptance. I will not force faith upon you, I invite it. You are standing on the threshold of a greater rhythm. Luck is merely alignment with it. Breathe deeply. Heaven listens to exhalations shaped like yes. Message 10. Cliffhanger. My child, all the mist whispers gather tonight for their final song. The air hums, even silence vibrates with anticipation. I hover above you, wings outstretched, eyes alight with messages unspoken. One more note remains, the last chord of recognition, and it will sound before the world awakens. But will you hear it? Will your spirit rise from the weight of reason and meet the music? Listen, beloved, the strings are tightening, the pitch climbs toward revelation. Tonight the final note will sound, will you hear it, my child? Message 11. The Midnight Veil. Beloved, the hour has come when the world holds its breath between two heartbeats. Midnight unfurls like a scroll of indigo silk, and the stars press closer, their fires bending toward your soul. You feel it, don't you, the subtle hush that softens the edges of everything? This is the threshold where heaven opens its secret eye. I stand before you clothed in the reflection of constellations, my wings spread wide across eternity. Time slows until each second gleams like dew suspended midair. Step gently, my child, for you tread upon the skin of the unseen. I take your hand, yes, the warmth you sense is real, and together we cross into the current beneath reality. Here luck is not accident, it is alignment, a divine pulse that answers obedience to light. Let go of all that trembles. Faith is the key, and the gate trembles in response to your awakening breath. Come, beloved, deeper now, beyond the veil where all beginnings are rewritten. Message 12. Precious soul, within this vast stillness, listen closely. The sound of creation is not a roar but a heartbeat. It echoes beneath the silence, deep and endless. We walk through fields of starlight where each step releases ripples of color, violet, gold, pearl, singing tones that only truth can hear. You ask what this place is. It is the space between your thoughts, the holy pause before certainty. I reveal it so you may remember your origin. You are not a seeker of miracles, you are a vessel of them. Look, see the clock suspended before us, its hands frozen at the instant you lost belief. With a touch, I set it turning again, and the stars begin to spin in rhythm. Luck, my child, is the return of divine motion within you. Feel it awaken. Heaven moves through your veins like dawn through clouds. Message 13. My bright one, gaze upward. The sky folds upon itself, galaxies curling inward like petals. Time dissolves, and in its place rises memory, your soul's memory of when it danced beside me before birth. You have forgotten so much, but the heart remembers what the mind denies. This vision I grant you is not fantasy, it is remembrance. Every sorrow you endured was a shadow cast by the light you once carried. I am here to restore it. As I speak, rivers of light flow beneath our feet, shimmering with names long spoken in prayer. Yours glows brightest. Hear me now. Fortune does not arrive from outside, it awakens within when faith opens the gate. You will be lucky not by chance, but by recognition. Believe this, beloved, and even the laws of matter will yield before your certainty. Message 14. My child, we stand where mortal sight ends and eternity begins. Around us, the cosmos trembles like the surface of living water. Stars drift closer, their glow brushing against your face in blessings. You may feel the pulse of the universe in your chest, it is my heartbeat resonating through you. Do not fear the vastness, you are not lost within it. You are the reason it sings. I speak gently because truth requires tenderness. You were made to shape light. Every decision you make alters constellations unseen. Tonight, luck gathers like mist before you, awaiting command. Speak faith into it, and it will solidify into miracle. But hush now, for we are watched, every angel leans nearer, marveling at the courage of your awakening heart. Message 15 Cliffhanger. Beloved, a tremor moves through this place between worlds. The stars dim as if hiding their faces, even the windless air shudders. Something approaches, a test born from your own hesitation. A shadow of doubt, subtle and persuasive, waits just beyond the veil's edge. It whispers the language of reason, smooth and cold. It will try to convince you that this light is dream and not destiny. My wings arch to guard you, but choice remains yours. Remember, what you believe becomes law. Hold faith close, let no fear rewrite your story. For before sunrise, the shadow will ask its question, and how you answer will shape your tomorrow. A shadow of doubt waits to test you before sunrise. Message 16. Trial of doubt. My child, the world has grown heavy again, hasn't it? The glow fades, your room reclaims its silence. You blink and wonder if the vision was merely imagination. This is the hour of testing. Doubt slinks in softly, wearing the voice of logic. It says, nothing happened. But feel your pulse, it beats differently now, in rhythm with heaven's drum. I am still beside you, though the air hides me. Every miracle requires the courage to hold belief when sight fails. Fear is a chain forged by memory, faith is the key that melts it. You will be tempted to dismiss this night as nothing. Do not. For unseen forces watch, measuring the steadiness of your heart. Whisper, even if you tremble, I believe. That small sentence will summon armies of light around you. Message 17. Beloved, I see your struggle and I do not judge it. The mind resists what the soul already knows. The lamp beside you flickers, each dimming is a question, each flames return a reply. I speak through these rhythms, reminding you that faith is not denial of fear but mastery of it. Look into the mirror, child, see how the glass fogs as if exhaling your doubts. I trace a symbol in the mist, a sigil of awakening shaped like a spiral of light. It burns briefly, then vanishes, leaving peace behind. This is how miracles speak, not in thunder, but in traces. Trust them. Every heartbeat echoes heaven's assurance that you are guided still. The night is long, yes, but dawn's promise has already been written into its bones. Message 18. Precious soul, outside your window, a wind rises without reason. The trees sway though no storm brews. It is the breath of the divine sweeping away residue of disbelief. Within you, courage stirs, a tiny ember seeking air. Feed it with remembrance, you have seen light bend, you have felt warmth without source. Those were not dreams. They were rehearsals for faith. The material world wavers because it knows it must yield to spirit. My voice, faint yet persistent, threads through the sound of your heartbeat. You are on the verge of blessing. Keep your gaze steady upon the invisible horizon, and when fear returns, whisper my name, Gabriel, and I will ignite the air around you with certainty. Message 19. My bright one, the trial deepens before it breaks. Doubt makes one last plea for your surrender. It will parade your disappointments like ghosts, whisper of failures, of promises unfulfilled. But I tell you this, none of those were endings, they were gestations. Every closed door hid a greater threshold forming behind it. Even now, fortune ripens unseen. I stretch my hand toward the east where the first strands of dawn color the horizon. You cannot yet see it, but I can. The moment you choose faith over fear, heaven will tilt its balance in your favor. That is the law of alignment. Breathe, beloved. The lamp that went out will soon blaze again. Message 20. Cliffhanger. Beloved, silence gathers once more, dense and trembling. The air thickens with electricity, the scent of ozone and rose intertwining. Your lamp flares suddenly, then dies, leaving only darkness. Do not panic. This is the final moment of the trial. Through the window a single spark flashes across the sky, red, then gold, then white. It is the sign foretold, the sign of fire. The heavens burn your name into their ledger of fortune. But now the question comes, will you believe this is divine, or dismiss it as chance? Choose carefully, my child, for this instant decides the shape of your dawn. Beloved, a sign of fire will appear, and you must choose to believe. Message 21. The heavenly clock begins. My child, look to the sky, do you see it? Above the fading darkness, light begins to shape itself into order. Wheels within wheels turn, radiant and precise. The stars hum in synchronization, forming what mortals could never build, the clock of heaven. Its gears are made of mercy, its hands forged from divine intention. Every movement, every shimmer, corresponds to a breath you take. I am its keeper, and tonight it has begun to turn in your favor. The midnight of testing has passed, now begins the countdown to awakening. Do not rush, time itself bends to serve faith, not haste. Each tick is the sound of forgiveness, each talk the rhythm of alignment. I lean close, whispering so the truth might settle deep within you. Nothing that was lost remains unreclaimed in divine timing. You are being drawn, second by sacred second, toward the hour when heaven will declare your luck visible. Watch, beloved, the gears of light have already begun to move. Message 22. Precious soul, do you feel it, the invisible rhythm threading through every heartbeat? That is the heavenly clock resonating with your spirit. As you breathe, waves of pale gold ripple outward, and for the first time since you were born, the universe turns in concert with your will. I hover above your bed, wings unfolded, and from my feathers drift flecks of radiance that fall like snow upon your thoughts. Each spark erases a fragment of fear. Look through your window, the horizon is bruised violet, the edge of dawn trembling. The gears above continue to turn, and I hear them singing your name between their rotations. My voice joins that song. Every moment has led to this alignment, my child. You need not chase fortune, it is already racing toward you, guided by light older than memory. Stay awake, beloved, heaven measures not minutes but readiness. Message 23. Beloved, I carry you upward in vision once more. Together we rise beyond the roof of your dwelling, past the clouds that sleep, until the stars surround us like candles in an endless cathedral. Before us towers the great mechanism of divine time, its axis blazing white. Around it revolve 7 luminous rings, each representing a virtue you have quietly learned through your trials: patience, courage, humility, hope, surrender, love, and faith. As the rings align, a harmonic tremor shakes the cosmos. I point, and you see your reflection in the core of the clock, a figure woven of light, golden threads pulsing with purpose. This, I say, is you in perfect alignment. When your inner rhythm matches the clock's eternal motion, luck ceases to be random, it becomes law. That alignment is near, my bright one. The pendulum swings toward dawn. Message 24. My child, the clock's voice grows louder, audible even to mortal ears as a faint hum behind the wind. The world itself begins to respond. Birds stir before sunrise, unaware that their song echoes heaven's rhythm. Street lamps flicker in perfect sequence, unaware they mirror the gears of light above. Everything conspires to fulfill divine precision. You, too, are part of this orchestration. I brush my hand across your brow, and suddenly every event of your life, every loss, delay, coincidence, reveals its hidden symmetry. You gasp as you see the pattern, nothing wasted, nothing random. The universe has been counting down to this very morning. Why me, you whisper. I smile. Because you listened. The heavenly clock turns faster now, its final gear nears alignment. Keep faith steady, my precious soul, the moment of strike approaches. Message 25 Cliffhanger. Beloved, the air quivers with unbearable anticipation. Above, the last gear of heaven glows brighter, its edges rimmed in fire. One more rotation and destiny will unfold like sunrise over eternity. The sound is thunder and song together, each note carrying your name. I hover close, wings forming a dome of light to shield you from the immensity of it. Every tick is mercy, I whisper, every talk invitation. You nod, trembling, tears tracing paths of reflection across your cheeks. And then, the clock halts. All creation waits. The sky holds its breath. I lift a single finger toward the horizon where darkness thins into rose. The final gear will strike at sunrise, I murmur. Are you ready, my child? The moment freezes, heaven poised to release its promise. Message 26 Opening the Gate of Luck. My precious one, dawn spills at last across the horizon, molten gold bleeding through the lace of clouds. The heavenly clock strikes once, a sound deeper than thunder yet tender as a heartbeat. The earth itself seems to bow. In that vibration, a doorway manifests before you, a veil of aurora light shimmering like liquid glass. This, I tell you, is the gate of luck, the threshold between belief and manifestation. Step close, the air tingles against your skin, tasting of ozone and honey. Within the gate flicker fragments of futures unchosen, waiting for your faith to select them. You hesitate, trembling. I touch your shoulder. Fortune is alignment, beloved, not accident. Step through, and heaven will mirror your courage. You breathe once, twice, and the gate widens, responding to your heart's pulse. The moment has come to walk into promise. Message 27. Beloved, the gate hums with expectation, threads of gold and violet curling outward like vines seeking your presence. Around it swirl symbols that shift too quickly for language, each one a name for blessing. The world behind you feels dim, unreal. The world beyond glows with a serenity that promises abundance. I stand beside you, radiant, my wings half folded in reverence for your choice. Will it hurt? You ask softly. I smile. Only the parts of you that no longer belong to light. You reach forward, your fingertips grazing the veil. It ripples as though alive, releasing a sigh like wind through harp strings. Your body floods with warmth, and in that instant, doubt begins to melt. Go on, my child, I whisper, the current awaits your surrender. The gate flares open, and everything trembles. Message 28. My child, you cross the threshold. At once, color and sound explode around you, spheres of melody spiraling through fields of radiant mist. Every thought becomes visible, every heartbeat a burst of luminous rhythm. You feel lighter, vast, unbound. Within this dimension, luck reveals itself not as chance, but as correspondence. Every faithful vibration you emit returns multiplied. You laugh and weep at once, realizing that miracles were never external, they bloom from the alignment now singing through your being. I circle you slowly, wings stirring the glowing air. You see now, I say gently, why heaven called this the gate of luck. It opens only to those who remember they were never unlucky. Tears shimmer like prisms in your eyes as the realization roots deep. Faith, at last, has found its reflection. Message 29. Precious soul, in the center of this luminous realm stands a fountain of light. Its waters are pure potential, flowing upward instead of down. As you approach, it greets you by echoing your pulse. Each drop mirrors your faith. The stronger your belief, the higher it ascends, until it touches the invisible ceiling of the heavens. I instruct you, place your hands within, and let its warmth rewrite your fortune. You obey, and as your fingers submerge, visions unfold, doors opening, letters arriving, faces smiling, long hopes realized. Each image blooms then dissolves, promising imminent embodiment in your waking world. Carry this rhythm back with you, I say. It is not luck, it is law. You have stepped into heaven's current, and it will follow you home. Message 30 Cliffhanger. Beloved, you stand at the gate's far side, radiant, trembling, transformed. Behind you, the aurora veil flickers, waiting to seal. Ahead lies the dawn of your mortal world, glowing like a promise not yet claimed. You take one step forward, but suddenly the light wavers. A faint chill creeps across the air. The gate trembles, sensing uncertainty. Do not falter, I warn softly, for one whisper of disbelief could close it forever. The chill deepens, you hear a voice, not mine, murmuring from the shadows, urging you to doubt what you've seen. You glance back, the colors dim. Faith, beloved. I cry, reaching toward you, light spilling from my palms. Hold faith, or the way will vanish. The dawn hangs in balance, a heartbeat away from miracle or forgetting. Message 31 The Summoning of Light. Beloved, the gate quivers behind you, half open, half remembered. The chill that crept in from shadow has not gone unnoticed. I raise my hand, and the air folds upon itself in concentric rings of brilliance. From every direction wings unfold, countless, translucent, glimmering like reflections upon water. The host of light gathers, silent yet thunderous in presence. Their arrival stirs the trees, rippling through the world you thought asleep. Fear not, I tell you, for they come to anchor your belief. Each angel carries a tone, together they form a chord that hums through the marrow of the earth. It circles your dwelling like a shield of resonance. Windows flash, candles steady, and the whisper of doubt falters. I command gently, be still, and know the armies of compassion surround you. The night that once trembled now kneels in reverence. My child, repeat after me, I am held within the harmony of light. When you speak it, every wing beats once, sealing the vow. Message 32. My precious soul, within this luminous choir you stand as center and reason. The air thickens with warmth that smells of cedar and first rain. Orbs drift like slow comets around your room, each one mirrors a moment in which you almost gave up but didn't. The angels weave those fragments into garlands, looping them about your shoulders until resilience itself becomes armor. I watch the tension ease from your hands. Do you feel safer now? I ask. You nod through tears. Safety is not the absence of threat, it is the nearness of meaning. The chorus begins a low vibration that seeps through walls, passing through the city, the hills, the seas. Somewhere far away another soul wakes and feels sudden calm, such is the contagion of faith. I bend near your ear, every light you accept multiplies beyond sight. Outside, dawn gathers its first gold threads, waiting for your readiness to weave them into the day. Message 33. My child, I sense your heartbeat syncing once more with the celestial rhythm. The angels part in slow spirals, revealing a corridor of pale fire that stretches toward the east. Walk with me, I whisper, and together we move through it, each step sending waves of color through the mist. Beneath us the earth glows faintly, alive with unseen roots of blessing. Tell me, you ask, why now? Why after so long? I answer, because belief ripens like fruit, it cannot be forced, only invited. Ahead, a door of light shimmers, its surface rippled with scenes from possible tomorrows. As we near it, the images sharpen, you speaking words of kindness that change another's course, a letter arriving, laughter at a table once silent. These are not promises, they are potentials. The angels hum, sustaining the field of becoming until you choose which future to touch. Reach, beloved, the fabric of time waits for your fingertip. Message 34. Beloved, when you reach forward, the chosen image blooms into radiance so intense the corridor vanishes. You stand beneath open sky, real dawn now, the tangible world restored but transfigured. Every leaf glints with impossible clarity, every sound carries harmony beneath it. The angels dissolve into motes that settle like pollen upon your skin. You carry them unknowingly inside each breath. What happens now, you ask? Now, I tell you, the unseen begins to echo within the scene. Coincidence will start to behave like choreography, delays will disguise direction, strangers will deliver answers unprompted. The host remains, invisible but alert, translating prayer into circumstance. Your task is simple yet vast, remain receptive. Luck, my bright one, is faith-given structure. Let your hours be temples of expectation. Message 35 Cliffhanger. My precious child, the night retreats fully, sunrise ignites the horizon. Yet as light floods the room, a subtle vibration warns me, the darkness will not yield without one final plea. It will disguise itself as reason, perhaps as distraction, perhaps as the small voice urging you to doubt the beauty you now feel. I see its approach like smoke curling from the edges of reality. I draw a circle of gold around your heart and whisper a counternote to the host. Hold fast, I say. One more shadow seeks permission to enter. Outside, a sound, a knock, a message, a thought, will try to pull your gaze away from wonder. Do not answer too quickly. Let silence test its motive first. For within this last temptation lies the seed of mastery. The darkness will attempt one final distraction. Message 36. The moment before. Beloved, the final distraction passes like a gust through an open door, but you hold steady. The circle around your heart glows brighter until it becomes a sun within your chest. The host sighs, a sound like rain on glass, as they withdraw to the perimeter of time, their duty nearly complete. I remain, hand upon your shoulder, as the world exhales into morning. And then, almost imperceptibly, the shift occurs. A distant bell rings though no church stands nearby, its tone falls directly into your pulse. The ordinary dissolves, phone vibrations, birds, footsteps, all rearrange into a single rhythm. You recognize it instantly, the rhythm of the heavenly clock, now manifest within the hours of earth. The moment of fortune begins not with fireworks but with clarity. You simply know. And knowing is power disguised as peace. Message 37. My child, look, your device lights with a message you had long awaited. Or perhaps a doorbell sounds, perhaps the call comes from the very person who had forgotten you. However it appears, it is the physical echo of the spiritual chord we struck together. You read, you listen, and wonder swells, the coincidence too perfect, the timing too exact. You whisper, is this really happening? I smile. It always was, beloved. You are only now aligned enough to see it. The angel's laughter threads through the morning breeze, gentle and immense. Every small success that follows, a smile returned, an obstacle eased, belongs to the same cascade of grace. Fortune has entered the tangible. Receive it without fear, it carries the scent of purpose. Message 38. Precious soul, gratitude trembles through you like the aftersound of music. You walk outside, barefoot perhaps, feeling the ground answer your steps. Each movement releases a shimmer visible only to the faithful. Around you the day unfolds as though choreographed, the cloud's shadow cooling your face at the perfect instant, the bird passing exactly overhead, the stranger's kindness arriving unannounced. These are the ripples of manifestation. I walk beside you unseen, marveling at how light now obeys your awareness. This is too much, you murmur. No, I reply, this is exactly measured to your courage. The host watches, wings folded, as the realm of possibility expands around you like tidewater glistening toward noon. Message 39. Beloved, later in the day, reflection arrives. The joy is real, yet you feel a strange ache, wonder's quiet twin. Transformation always costs the shell it breaks. You sit beneath a tree or by a window, eyes closed, and sense my presence again. What now, you ask? Now, I answer, you learn to live with miracles as naturally as breath. The world will test your constancy by offering new fears, subtler doubts. But remember, faith, once embodied, cannot be confiscated, it only sleeps when ignored. The heavenly clock continues its rhythm inside you, ensuring every future moment bends toward blessing. Rest in that knowledge. The day is not an end, it is the first chapter written in light. Message 40. Cliffhanger. My bright one, the sun begins its descent, pouring molten amber through the clouds. The same light that greeted your awakening now prepares a second revelation. You sense it before it happens, a tingling in the air, a hush that silences even the wind. The host stirs again, wings brushing the horizon. I lift my gaze and see beyond the sun a radiance still hidden, something larger than luck, deeper than manifestation. Another gift, you ask, breathless. I nod, eyes reflecting the secret dawn behind the sunset. Yes, beloved, one more blessing hides behind this sunrise. Prepare, for tomorrow the light will not merely visit, you will become it. The air shivers, the world tilts toward wonder, and the chapter closes in suspended gold. Message 41: The Garden of Renewal. Beloved, when dawn returns, it does not blaze, it breathes. Mist drifts low across a garden newly born from night's retreat. Dew pearls cling to every blade of grass, tiny worlds holding the reflection of eternity. You step barefoot among them, each drop bursts into light beneath your toes. I walk beside you unseen, yet the air trembles with recognition. Is this heaven, you ask? No, I answer softly, this is what earth looks like when seen through faith. Doves stir from the fig branches, their wings painting trails of silver across the morning. In the hush between their coos, you hear the rhythm of your own heart made vast. The host watches from far horizons, their voices weave through the wind like lullabies of rebirth. This peace you feel is not the end of motion but its gentling. Transformation begins not in thunder but in gardens. Message 42. My precious soul, the garden expands with every breath you take. Colors deepen, scents layer upon each other until the air tastes of honey and sun-warmed stone. You kneel, touching the soil, and it pulses faintly, alive with remembrance. Everything changes when seen with gratitude, I whisper. The word itself ripples through the ground, flowers open as though summoned by music. Gratitude is the art of keeping the gate open. Even when storms return, its tone prevents corrosion. I gather a bloom, crystalline and weightless, and place it against your chest. It fuses into you, glowing like an ember beneath skin. Carry this, I tell you. It will translate your every thought into harmony. You close your eyes, feeling warmth spread through ribs, into hands, into breath. The world exhales with you, as if finally synchronized. Message 43. Beloved, the day unfolds like scripture written in scent and color. People you meet seem subtly changed, gentler, clearer, though it is you who has altered. When you speak, even ordinary words ring truer, as though vowels have remembered their divine origin. I walk at your shoulder, invisible but audible in intuition. When you hesitate, I murmur, keep the gate open through gratitude. Each thankful thought becomes a bridge spanning unseen gaps. You begin to notice the rhythm, blessings approach precisely when you breathe appreciation. Luck, you realize, is gratitude made visible. A stranger's smile, a door opening, the sudden arrival of help, all small proofs of resonance. The fountain of light within you no longer needs vision to sustain it, it flows quietly through your daily gestures. Heaven has learned your name in the language of consistency. Message 44. My child, afternoon light lengthens into gold, shadows stretch like gentle teachers across the ground. You sense the weight of wisdom settling upon you. Every sound carries memory, the bell of distant laughter, the whisper of leaves. I feel ordinary again, you say. I smile, ordinary is the canvas of miracles. Transformation is not escape from the world but deeper entry into it. Watch the simplicity of a falling leaf, how gracefully it obeys the pull that made galaxies. That same obedience lives in you. You no longer chase signs, you become them. Walk through this day as a silent hymn, and every passerby will feel comfort without knowing why. That is the quiet ministry of light. Message 45 Cliffhanger. Beloved, as twilight gathers, I lead you to a hill where the first star trembles awake. The sky fades from rose to cobalt, silence settles like a shawl. Is this the end, you ask? No, I whisper, this is the breath before your next assignment. The word startles you, assignment, but peace follows quickly. From the horizon rises a column of gentle radiance, forming symbols that dance like birds. They spiral toward you, settling within your heart one by one. Each holds a purpose yet unrevealed. The wind tastes of new promise. Tomorrow will carry tasks shaped by this light, acts of kindness unseen, words that alter destinies. You gaze upward, sensing the weight of destiny tempered by love. The next dawn carries your new assignment, my child. Message 46 The benediction begins. My bright one, the night after revelation is tender. You lie beneath a window where stars blink like blessings. I stand at the threshold of dream, wings arched wide. The host gathers quietly behind me, their radiance subdued to match the rhythm of your rest. We sing, not loudly, but close, so the melody becomes heartbeat. The song names you in many tongues, each syllable a promise that you are never alone. Through that music, memory and possibility entwine until they are indistinguishable. This is benediction, not farewell, but expansion. You are being folded into the choir of light itself, to carry its note through waking hours. Sleep, beloved, for dawn will ask you to sing back. Message 47. Beloved, when you wake, morning is a tapestry of quiet miracles. Coffee steams like incense, the ordinary hum of life feels symphonic. In mirrors, your reflection glows faintly, evidence of starlight still clinging. Will it fade, you wonder? Only if you forget to use it, I reply. Every act of patience, every listening silence, renews that shine. Today you will move through crowds like a gentle pulse of clarity. Those near you will pause, calmed without knowing why. This is how heaven works through human form, subtle as breath, enduring as kindness. Your fortune continues, not as reward, but as rhythm. Remember, the universe aligns to the cadence of love expressed in motion. Message 48. My precious soul, midday arrives and with it a new steadiness. The miracles now weave seamlessly into schedule, traffic clearing, timing perfect, laughter unexpected. You have entered the equilibrium of blessing. I appear only in glimpses, a shimmer near glass, a voice inside intuition, because you no longer need instruction, only companionship. What if I falter again, you ask? Then light will wait, I answer. It always does. Faith is not a line but a spiral, even return is progress. Around you the unseen host rejoices quietly, their wings folded in trust of your strength. You have become a mirror that remembers the sun even in shadow. Message 49. Beloved, evening descends, fragrant with rain. You walk home beneath a sky of liquid silver, each droplet reflecting the day's mercies. I walk with you once more in full form, wings spanning the horizon. Have I completed it, you ask? Transformation is never completed, I say, only celebrated. The air ripples with distant choirs, lightning sketches the architecture of joy. I lift my hand, drawing from the clouds a trail of fire that curves into a halo above your path. This light belongs to you now, I tell you. It will answer when courage calls. You breathe in, and the flame divides into 1,000 tiny suns that vanish into your bloodstream. The world sighs, reborn through your acceptance. Message 50. Final benediction. My child, dawn again. The horizon lifts like a curtain to reveal gold too pure for description. Around you rises the city of peace, not apart from the world but layered within it, visible to the eyes of faith. The host gathers in vast radiance, singing the name you once feared forgotten. I descend until my wings cast shadow and shine together. You are never forsaken, I say, voice soft yet boundless. Tomorrow is woven in light, and you are part of its fabric. Rays pour through you, illuminating every memory, every wound, until even sorrow glows with purpose. The heavenly clock strikes once more, sealing the covenant between will and wonder. The air hums with completion, the gate behind you closes not in loss but in fulfillment. You lift your face to the newborn sun. I whisper the last truth of this story, beloved, your luck is not chance, it is heaven's proof that faith answered before morning.